Hello, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. Welcome to the final class of our flow, stretch and breathe. And today we're going to do an unusual flow, what we'll be doing is we'll be moving in and out of postures. Not that that's unusual, but you'll see. We'll go in, we'll move, we'll use the breath for inhale and exhale in and out of our, normally there'll be postures that we hold, like a forward bend, but we'll be doing a little bit of what we call we'll be undulating our body. So it's a little bit of creating of a wave with our spine and our hips and our arms. So rather than just holding stretches using, what they call passive stretches, where you hold and you might breathe a little bit, but actually doing a little bit of a rocking movement the whole class, which makes it, you'll see how what we're doing is we're creating a rhythm with our breath and our bodies, and this is going to help soothe our nervous system. But also it's a wonderful way to release tension. And we're going to be concentrating on the hip. We've been doing a lot of concentrating on the hips, but this particular one is the hips, but also you're going to be releasing from your back, your arms, shoulders, everything. So you won't miss a thing. So let's get into our comfortable seat. Let's sit up nice and tall and find your nice long spine. And just start gently with taking a few breaths in and out. And in and out. Let everything go, releasing the tension. So observing your breath, but now we're not only observing, but we're actually consciously breathing. We're changing the rhythm of our previous breath pattern. So now we're changing the breathing pattern to something a little bit rocky, and there's an actual kind of rhythm to it. So if we're creating music with our breath and our bodies. So let's start to take a breath. Let's start to shorten the inhalations to about 3 or 4 and exhalations to 3 or 4. And as you do this, I want you to lift up and then lift out, then let your body release down, as if you're trying to reach the crown of your head up, and then all of a sudden you decide, oh, I'm going to sit right back down. So it's that kind of sensation. So let's take 3 more breaths here, inhaling. And exhaling. And inhale. All through the nose. And if you wish, you can exhale through the mouth. And then gently blink your eyelids, open your eyes. And come off. If you are sitting on a cushion, feel free to come off of it. And let's start with just extending the legs and folding over those legs, stretching out the backs of the legs, the calves. We're going to return to that rhythm, or creating that tone in our practice. So in inhaling, lifting, your hands could be anywhere on the shins or next to your legs, and exhaling, soften down. And inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. And this time inhale, lift up. So that's what we're going to be doing. You might have a slower rhythm, cross your legs again. So now we're going to move into, you'll see what we're doing here. So inhale, lift your arms. And then you're going to exhale, lower the hands to the ground. Then inhale, re-lift your arms up and just change the cross of your legs. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, so we're going to continuously be moving in, and we're working our tummies here at the same time, exhaling down. Inhale, lift. And if you're slower than me, go slower. If you need a break in between, then just let yourself soften down into your forward fold. Let's do it again. Change the cross. And this time inhale, lift up, and one more change. And this time exhale, let yourself soften down, but stay down this time. But breathe in and lift up just like we did when we were in the forward bend with our legs straight. And exhale, lower down. So creating that rocking movement, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And out. The next inhalation, let's lift up, reach the arms, and place the soles of the feet together. They don't have to be very close. And we're going to do this, but with opening our legs. The legs don't have to be out wide. They can just be as wide as the mat. I'm going to scoot over for a moment. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time open the legs. Lift up tall. Exhale, feet back together, lower the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up, open the legs. Exhale, oops, oh well, we'll go down. Inhale, bring the feet together, exhale, down. Inhale, lift, stay up this time. And then exhale, bring the feet together. Let's hold this now, just for a breath in. And continue to rock that body. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Now take an inhale. Reach your arms up to the sky. Open your legs wide. And then take your left arm, reach it inside your left leg. So they don't have, you can also bring your right foot in if that's a little bit easier for you. And you're going to bring your right arm over that right ear towards your left foot. So take an inhale, lift your arm up first to the sky, and then exhale, stretch over to that left foot. And then inhale, you're kind of getting the gist of what I'm doing, right? And then fold over. So we're stretching, but we're using our breath and movement to enhance the stretch. One more time, inhale, lift up. This time I want you to twist your whole body, your torso towards your left thigh and frame your left foot, fold over. Breathe in, lift up, and then exhale, lower down. So it's as if, oh, I'm lifting up, and then I'm going to lower down again. And then you're going to lift, and then you're going to exhale. One more time, inhale, lift, and then reach your arms up, and then let's lower the hands down. So if you happen to have your right foot inside this thigh, open that leg out and bring your left foot in, or keep your legs apart. Take your right arm inside that right thigh. Inhale your left arm up. Make sure your toes are pointing up. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift. This should feel nice on your spine. Exhale, down. And one more time, lift up, and then just twist your torso so that you're facing your front leg, and then fold over. Inhaling. You might not go very far here. There's not a lot of space in your body for mobility, but you'll be doing a little bit of up and down rocking. And then take an inhale. Let's lift the arms up and either bring the legs together or fold over with your legs apart. So you decide, what does your body need? More of a hamstring stretch, or do you want an inner thigh stretch here? So breathing in and rock, exhaling down. And inhale, lift, and exhaling down. Whew. One more time, inhale, lift, and then slide the hands towards you. Take your shoulders and roll them back. Let's do inhale, up towards your ears, roll back. Inhale, lift, and back. If you haven't closed your legs, bring your legs together. Let's just do a little bit of a pedaling of the feet. So legs are forward, hands behind you, and just bend and straighten. And push as if you're pushing into a gas pedal of your car. So you're pressing through the ball mounds and so inhaling and exhaling. You can sit up tall, so this will work without the hands supporting you for a little bit more core work, or support yourself with your hands. And then slide your knee into your chest and hug that knee in. And then bend your left knee and take your right ankle onto your left thigh. Bring that left foot in a little bit closer. So you can either stay here or bring your hands back behind you. So options, okay? The other option is to bring your right hand through the leg, grab hold of the shin and bring it a little bit closer. So we're going to do that little back, and so there's 3 options. Or And then take an inhale and lift up tall, exhaling, rounding. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. If you have back issues, this is a wonderful way to stretch out the tightness in that back, especially the upper back. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, lift, and hold, and then slide your left leg forward, right hand on that right knee, left hand on the foot, and slowly lower yourself down. As if you're looking over your leg. If you have back issues, just round your lower back instead. And breathe in. Remember the inhaling, lifting, and then deciding I'm going to go down. Then inhale, lift, and then you're going to drop down. Now lift up nice and tall. Take your leg with you this time. Bring your left foot in towards that right bottom cheek, or extend it, whatever feels best. Right hand is on the knee, left hand is on the foot, and you're going to rock your baby. So as you rock your baby, you're loosening up your hip joint. The other option, if you're quite flexible in the hips, is to take the knee and the foot inside the crook of your elbows. And I want you to now create some circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Talk about rocking, right? And then let's go in the other direction. Breathing in and out. And then a little rock forward and backwards. And then gently release your baby and extend it next to your left leg. Take a breath in, reach up through the spine, and exhale, forward fold. Take a breath in and take a breath out. So inhaling, lifting, and exhaling down. And inhale, lift, and exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift, and exhale down. And then this time, take a breath in and slide the hands towards you. Keep your chin tucked. And then bring your left leg with you. Keep your chin tucked, and then come up nice and tall. Place your left ankle on your right thigh. Place that right foot on the ground with the knee bent. Option, hands behind your back. Other option is to keep your hands on that top leg. Other option is to grab hold of the shin of that right foot, which can be quite difficult. Oh, you're supposed to put the hand between the leg. I was wondering why it felt funny. Okay, so here we are. Whatever position you're in, we're inhaling, lifting, then we're exhaling, rounding. Cat and cow moves pretty much during the whole class. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, round. Pull the tummy in. So toning your tummy muscles and your back muscles. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. Whew. Inhale, lift. Nice and tall, exhale, round. And then one more time, inhale, lift. And then take your right foot with your right hand, right hand with your left foot. And then hold on to the knee and Take your right foot, bring it towards your left bottom cheek, or extend it. A mouthful to think about. Lift your left leg up, left hand on the knee, right hand on the foot, and you will rock your baby from side to side. Or, if you're able to, bring the foot into the crook of the elbow. And then rock first from side to side, loosening up that hip. This really depends on how flexible you are in your hip. If you have other things going on, you might not be able to do this that easily. So what I want us to do now is we can circle the leg around. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep the breath flowing. Keep going. You probably get annoyed with me that I keep reminding you, but it's important. Go in the other direction. Why we're breathing constantly? Because it's really good for you. If you want to feel better and keep yourself healthy and mentally and physically, emotionally, the breathing makes a huge difference. Even if you don't feel it, experience it right away. So we're in the other circle now. We're going to rock forward and backwards. If you're just holding your breath or breathing like you normally do, you're not getting the full benefit. You're getting some for sure, but not the total benefit, the complete benefit. And then let's release your legs forward. And then forward fold. Let yourself take a chill here. Inhaling and exhaling. And just let yourself actually soften down for a moment. Tiny movements now, not anything too intense. Then take an inhale, lift back up, and now we're going to swing ourselves onto our hands and knees. Your hips should feel pretty open by now. And let's press back into our child's pose. With the knees hip distance, give our hip joints a little bit of a break. Let the elbows soften to the ground. Take a few breaths in and take a few breaths out. So we're starting to rock again. And as you rock, every time you inhale, you lean your head, pushes a little forward. You might actually come onto the toes and pick your tailbone up a touch and then press back your bottom towards your heel. So you're rocking forward and backwards, lifting and as if you're diving forward, and then you decide you're going to sit back down. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Right? And then this time inhale back up, but this time slide the hands a little further forward, interlace your hands. Knees are slightly behind you, and we're going to do a few cats and cows on your forearms. Exhaling, rounding, inhaling into your cow, tilt your tailbone up. Exhaling, rounding, pulling the belly in and up, and that's inhale into your cow. Let's do 2 more sets. At your own pace, your own rhythm. So you're working your arms while you're doing this, strengthening them. One more time, take an inhale and come back to a neutral spine. And release the hands from one another. Slide forward with those elbows. And then come all the way onto your tummies. Elbows are under shoulders. Wrists are in line with the shoulders. And I want you to just sway a little bit from side to side. Drop your head, moving your hips, your shoulders. And then come back to stillness, looking towards your thumbs, never looking beyond the thumbs. Keep your gaze towards your thumbs. Bring the legs together, squeeze them, engage those inner thigh muscles. Now from here, take a breath in and look back and lift your tummy off the ground, the thighs off the ground. Keep your knees on the ground. So you're creating a C shape with a rounding of the spine, so a cat shape, and then slowly lower down, thighs, pubic bone, belly, and finally your lower rib cage. Lift up, looking towards the thumbs. if you're looking beyond, I know I do the same thing. I have to remind myself, exhale, look back. Peel yourself off the ground. One area of your body at a time. And then lower yourself down. Start to lower yourself one area of your body at a time. And then if you want to add a little extra, the next time you round, you look back, you can come onto the tops of the feet and pick your knees up. That's quite intense. But some of us can do that, or you won't, you'll decide not to. Then lower the knees down and lift your heart. Let's lower ourselves down, slide your hands next to your chest, curl the toes under, and then press back into your child's pose. So just take your wrists, circle them, hips side to side. Take an inhale, come into your tabletop. Exhale, curl the toes under. Press back into your extended child's pose. And either stay here or follow me into downward dog. So coming back to that rhythm that we're creating with our breath and body. So bending the right knee, straightening the other, and then switch. And let's incorporate the breath. So inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. So you're bending and straightening and breathing in and out and in and out. And I'm exhaling through my mouth at this point because I feel like I just want to. So do whatever feels right for you. And then let's re-straighten those legs. Come onto your toes. Now, if you're in an extended child's pose, you can just rock forward and backwards on your knees. If you're in a downward dog, come up on your toes, and you can bend the knees, or you'll have to anyway. Yes, you will. And then exhale, lower the heels down, straighten the legs, or keep the knees bent. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. I suppose, yeah, you can. And then exhale, lower. So you can straighten your legs or keep them bent the whole time. Inhale, lift onto those toes. Exhale, lower the heels down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And walk your hands a little further forward and keep moving forward, hinging forward until your shoulders and wrists are in line. Your bum is sticking up. So it's sticking up, and then you're going to exhale, press back. You might start to get tired here, or your wrists are hurting. So you can do this on your forearms or take a child's. Otherwise, we're going to do one more time. So hinge forward, keep your bottom sticking up like the cow shape. Wrists and shoulders are in line. You should be feeling a lot of sensation from this. Press back into your child's and then lower the knees to the ground. Sit back, take a pause here. Little circles. So we're learning how to use our breath, body, and we're stretching. So flow, stretch, and breathe. That's what we're doing the whole time. We're stretching, we're breathing, we're flowing. So inhaling, so we're still even moving when we're in our child's. There's a little bit of a sway from side to side, loosening up that spine. And keep the breath flowing. So inhaling, coming back into your tabletop. Let's curl the toes under. Let's exhale, downward dog or extended child's pose. And then find your way to the front of the mat. Either walking, or some of you are jumpers. You can jump, forward bend. Once you get to the top of the mat, take a pause here, but keep the flow of the breath and movement. So remember, there's rocking still. So your rocking might be from side to side. It might be from forward and backwards. It might be on your heels and then on your toes. Find the rocking that works for you. So let the breath now connect with the rock. So inhaling and exhaling. Loose. So this is what you're doing. This is what children do. And they're very, very supple. Obviously, they're young. Everything's new. Even if as you get older, you think, oh, how can I do this? It's harder for sure, but we have
the capability of lubricating our joints, hydrating our joints and our spine. And let's come back to stillness. So if you happen to have your elbows cradled, put your hands back down, and let's roll ourselves up, ragdoll roll, all the way up to standing. Let's circle the shoulders back. Let's hang back for just a moment. And then inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, let the hands float in front of your heart in namaste all the way down, forward fold. So feeling the stretch in your body. Open the feet, come into a squat. So this is where some of us cannot place the heels on the ground. Don't worry about it. You can always sit on a cushion, or you might not have your heels on the ground. You can always roll up I used to have to roll up my mat and put it underneath my heels, but now I can actually touch the heels to the ground, but on a side, my feet have to be out to the side. Eventually I want to bring them forward. We'll see. So what you're going to do here is you're going to do a little bit of a rock forward and backwards as if you're praying, bowing. You're going down and then you're going up. So inhale and exhale. And inhale. This could feel nice. I like it, but not everybody does, especially we're not used to being in this position. But it does take time to get used to. And then straighten the legs. So this is when people love that position, because once you straighten, it's a relief. So stretch out for just one full breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then come on down onto your mat, all the way down, and then swing your legs forward. Let's slide your bottom to your heels, and let's lower ourselves onto our backs. Keep the knees slightly wide. Feet as wide as the mat. Let the knees drop to the right. Windshield wiper legs. Inhale the knees back up, then to the left. So just little movements. I wouldn't worry about the breath at this point, just unless you're interested in continuing the breath, the marrying of the breath and the movement. Otherwise, just let the knees just float from side to side. Now you can either hug your knees into your chest and do a more intense spinal twist, or simply drop your knees to the left in your windshield wiper and hold. If you want to do more intense, you hug the knees in and you bring the knees a little higher. So you decide. I'm going to do the windshield wiper one just because I feel like taking a little bit of a break from the intense spinal twist. And turn your gaze to the right. And let the breath simply just let it become more natural, where you're not consciously breathing. It's just a gentle, fluid breath that's partially conscious and partially unconscious, if that makes sense. So you notice it, you might deepen the breath a little bit, but it still is, you're breathing without having to think about it. Pick your knees back up. If you're in windshield wipers, just drop your knees to the right from the windshield wiper position, or if you're doing a pretty more intense one, spinal twist, then bring the knees into your chest and drop the knees over to the right. And turn your gaze to the left. So we actually worked multiple muscle groups today. So it was hip release, and we've worked a lot of core work from when we're on our stomachs. I think in yoga we pretty much always work every muscle, well, mostly every muscle. We work our feet, our hands, our shoulder, everything by the time we're finished. So pick your knees back up. For everyone, hug your knees into your chest and extend your left foot to the left corner of the mat, right to the right corner of the mat.
let your arms open and let yourself just wiggle around a little bit until you might have to lift your shoulders up and slide them down your back, shoulder blades, and let your chin slightly tuck, double chin your chin, let the feet splay open, let yourself just relax. Nothing more to do, palms facing up. Breath is no longer a concern for you. You're just letting it happen on its own, which it will. And if if you're cold, if it's that time of the year, you can always put a blanket on. Or something over your eyes if it's bright. So while you continue in this Shavasana, I will come up to seal the practice for this day, for this session. And as I always remind you, you can always just come up and turn off your YouTube when you're doing my classes so that you don't have another one popping in during your Shavasana. Or you can simply do Shavasana for for a short while and come back up with me as I seal the practice, always coming back, moving back into your easy seat, the cross-legged seat, before you move on with your day. Or you might be doing this in the evening. And so easing yourself out of your practice. So as I bring my hands in front of my heart, for this last moment of our practice, and also the last one of this series. So try and do all 5 because you'll get a huge benefit. So if you've done this one first, it doesn't matter, you can go back to any one of them. It really does. A full week of 30-minute classes makes a difference, I have to say, from personal experience and my students. Have a wonderful day or evening, everyone. And if you're interested in my live classes, please take a look at live online classes. Look at my website, yogawithrebeccajane.com. If you're interested, if you love these classes or other classes, just hit the button subscribe and you'll get little notifications. They're not annoying notifications, they just pop up to let you know I have a new video. And give me a thumbs up and a comment if you're looking for any particular class, or if you like something, or you have any feedback. Have a wonderful rest of the day or evening. Namaste, everyone. This is Rebecca Jane with Yoga with Rebecca Jane. I'll see you soon.